I need a vent session for one. But for two, I want to have like a live and direct type of conversation because I never really get on here and talk to y'all about what's really going on with me. I try to come in and give y'all a summary and stuff like that. But today I got a little time because I'm not working today. I got a little breaky break. So I got a little time to get on here and talk to y'all. Um, the title of this video is It Takes a Real One to Be Real. And I mean this on so many levels. And if you a real one out here, this is for us. This is for us because I'm sure y'all can relate. So, this whole thing with YouTube, right? This started as a way for me to try to increase income because I was on my tail and I had to have my baby and I was like, I gotta do something. But it also came from a deep down desire of knowing that I need to use my voice because I was always given a voice to speak up for things. Like I was that girl when I was in school, like I didn't play about messing with like the handicapped children and I didn't play about seeing people bully people that were like smaller than them because I was smart enough to study people. That's something that the Father gave me. Like, I'm a people watch. So with a bully, it's always something up with that bully. Like, it's always something wrong with that bully. Reason why they picking on what they feel like is smaller than them or weaker than them. It's always a reason. So it's like, go deal with yourself and leave people alone. I've always been like that. So I always knew that I kind of had like a spirit of an advocate in me. Like I had that type of advocacy spirit with me. I was always going to try to stick up for the small people, what we consider the small people. But it be the small people that do some of the biggest things because they don't got nothing to lose and they all heart because they slip on anyway because they small, right? So that being said, I started the channel. I was like, well, let me use what I know, which was hair. But I had to realize that hair is a tool that I have, a skill that I can use as a tool to make money, but it's not who I am. So 3 things I want y'all to remember, if you don't remember nothing else about what I'm saying, is that 1, it takes a real one to be real. 2, what's for you is for you. And 3, thirdly and lastly, and I saved the best for last, you need the Creator and the Messiah to get it done. Being real means admitting that you need them. It takes surrender to them in order for you to really keep it real with yourself. Because us as humans, human nature, you want to protect your flaws because you feel like your flaws are your weakness. And you feel like if you show weakness, people will prey upon that weakness that you've displayed. So you spend a lot of time as a human being trying to either cover up your imperfections or trying to dress up your skills, your gifts, your abilities so that can't nobody see your imperfections. Like if I got enough going on, won't nobody see the real in me. We spend a lot of time trying to cover up the real in us. And some of it is for ego. Some of it is because you feel the need to protect yourself, defend yourself. And then some of it is just not for you to be that type of person. Everybody got different gifts, and it takes a very special person to be able to keep it real all the time. Like it takes a very special breed of a person. Like we all handcrafted, and we all have different gifts and abilities. There are things that other people can do that maybe I couldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. And it's things that I can do that another person could never take the pressure that I walk in, that I be under, just keeping it real. They couldn't. And that's okay because we're all made different, which brings me back to what's for you is for you. Stop letting the devil trick you out of your gifts because he's going to tease you about whatever your gift is. Most likely he's been teasing you since you was small. I remember when I was little, people would be like, she thinks she goody two shoes. She thinks she just a little Miss Smarty Pants. She just don't do no wrong. No, like it wasn't that. I just spent my life really, I knew that there were rules and I wanted to be good at following the rules. That was in me from childhood. It wasn't until I grew up and I realized like some of this stuff ain't fair. Some of this stuff ain't right. How come I'm following the rules and then, you know, bad stuff is happening to me because I'm following the rules? That right there was the enemy trying to get me from being willing to obey. Because look what happens when you do what your Heavenly Father is telling you to do. Look what happens when you follow the rules. You don't need to follow the rules. Make your own rules. So then that brought in a rebellious phase with me. But I was always very gentle, very tender, very pure. And like I said, don't mess with the small people. Like, I had no desire to want to get along with popular people. I had no desire to want to be in a crowd of folks. I was always very comfortable being the lone wolf. That's why every time you see me, I'm by my lonely. I don't need a crowd. I don't need a whole bunch of people with me because I know what's walking with me. Especially today, standing here, the woman before you today know exactly who come with her wherever she goes. So I'm never intimidated by numbers, by people, they don't move me. Because if I see even the most popular of popular picking on a small person, I'm going to get with you. Because go fix you. But it takes a very special person to be that way. Not everybody is going to jump in the midst of something that ain't none of theirs to jump in because they don't care. Or they scared. They don't want the retaliation, which is dishonest. And I get it. You don't want to mess around and put yourself in a position where something might happen to you. Defending somebody else. That's why it takes a special breed of a person. And people like that are often slept on. I've been there. So I get that. Like, it really takes a real one to be real. It really takes a real one to be real. And then it takes the Father and the Messiah in order for you to be able to hone that. Because people are going to tease you because that's the enemy trying to tell you that your gift isn't special, that you're not special, that nobody likes what you do, nobody likes who you are. Because it's never going to win you the popular vote. Being real, it's never going to win you the popular vote. Because most people don't want to keep it real. Like I said a little bit earlier, us as human beings, we always working on covering up our flaws. No one wants to show someone the real deal, Holyfield, because it's embarrassing. Because it shows their weakness. Because they need to defend themselves. Because their business ain't show business. Because it's nobody's business. But can you keep it real with yourself behind closed doors? See, because everybody don't have the gift of being able to communicate out loud. Or the assignment of having to communicate out loud. Those real raw moments. I'm a person, I'm on assignment. So if I come up here and I talk about something, I've always been that way, even when I was back in the world. Before the Father started working on me, he was working on me, but I wasn't working with him, I was working against him. I used to get on Facebook, especially like at the point of like getting pregnant with my baby, because I had so much going on. But I grew up only child as well. So it's like I got a lot to say, but I never had nobody to say it to. But I'm old enough now to know if I'm going through this. Like I said, everybody used to be like, oh, she look goody two shoes, she this, she that. So that can kind of let you know that I went too deep off in the streets, like as far as how deep you can get in them. But I was in them streets. I had a little baby thought phase, like, and I say baby thought because I know girls out here that was doing, and this who was teaching me, like, girl, you better, and I'm feeling like I'm behind, so I'm trying to catch up. I know what I was doing, and I know where it landed me. And I could be the person to stand up here, and I'm going to keep it real deal, Holyfield. with you about it. Because I know behind closed doors, you probably popping it too. I know behind closed doors, you probably done let a man use you, make you feel dirty, make you feel all types of different things too. Because maybe behind closed doors, you got an imperfection of trying to feel complete and feel whole by being loved by another person. Because maybe you never felt like you got that love from somewhere and you carry that insecurity. And maybe you're not open enough to admit that you got this insecurity because it hurts and it's not something easy to face. So what do? You dress up what's good about you. A man tell you this look good on you, that look good on you, oh, you this, you that. So you dress it up. And you make it real for them because that's what you know how to do. That's what's going to get you what you want to hear. That's what's going to get you to feel how you want to feel. But you can't keep it real with yourself, nor can you keep it real with that person and tell them this is where you're coming from because you feel a need to protect you. So let me dress it up so that I'm also making it real for me. When I look in the mirror, I like what I see. But when I'm really looking at who I am, I'm ashamed of who I am behind closed doors, the things that I don't want nobody to see, the shit that ain't nobody's business. Father, excuse my mouth. We won't talk about that. It's nobody's business, and I get that. But again, it takes a real one to be real. And see, my realness, my rawness is on a different level because, not because I'm so special, not because I'm so great. And this is why you need the Father, and this is why you need the Son, so that it don't turn into ego. It's not me. It's the prayers that were prayed over me. It's the prayers that I prayed for myself when I was little. See, because I was raised up in church. So when I was raised up in church, I used to feel that, just that genuine happiness of being in the presence of worship and praise, and just that, oh, it did something for my heart. So I always wanted to love the Most High that was in me from little. And when I would pray, I became familiar with the Bible stories, and I would pray and I would say, Father, I want to be wise, like Solomon. Like, when you asked him what he wanted, he could have told you anything and everything, but he said he wanted wisdom to know how to deal with your people. I want that. I want wisdom. Give me wisdom. That's why I named my son Solomon, because that stuck with me. I don't want silver. I don't want gold. I don't need a house on the hill. I don't need a big car. I don't need a mansion. I don't need a 6-figure business. All I want to do is have the wisdom so that I can please you, so that I can do right, and so I can help others, because I was always the person who watched enough to see people hurting. I cry all the time, not because I'm just so super emotional and I can't control myself. My heart hurt. And he knew I was going to be the one to see people out here hurting, crying, going through, masking. You know, a person that listens to what you're going through, and you might not think that that person is even paying attention, but I'm that person that's listening, and then I'm taking it in prayer. I'm that person that even when I see my enemies doing things that I know can cause them some type of torment, because I understand spiritual things now as well, I'm praying. I'm praying. Even before he started delivering me, I'm praying. Because I know can't none of us get right without them. I know can't none of us get right without the Father and the Son. I know can't none of us do what we need to do without them. All you'll ever be is what you can be. You gonna do what you can do. What you can push yourself to do. What you can force and make yourself believe. Oh, if I can just do this. Or if I can just get that. Or I'll be good. I won't have no more problems. When that's a lie, because the problems that you have are going to still be with you, because, again, you're hiding and you're masking those issues, that trauma, those insecurities. You're hiding them. You're masking them. So at the end of the day, you're going to need to fix yourself. No matter how much you accumulate, no matter how popular you become, no matter how successful that you tend to be. I know people that's successful that can't keep it real to save their life. I've walked away from people that could have been lucrative to me because they couldn't keep it real. And it's one thing about real people, they got to be around other real people. It just don't work. It just don't work. And one thing about not being real, you can't sit amongst real people for too long because it's going to get too real for you. You're going to have to move around. So I say this to the real ones. It takes a real one to be a real one. What's for you, it's for you. Stop letting the enemy trick you out your gifts. If you sensitive enough to be able to pay attention and keep it real, if you transparent enough to be able to keep it real, baby, that's a gift. That's a skill that not many have. Stop thinking that your skills have to be things that everybody else is doing, when what's special about you is unique. If everybody's doing it, it's not unique. It's a learned and acquired skill. It's a difference between on high given talent and a learned acquired skill. Anybody can go to school and learn. But something that's in you, that you teased about, that's really your gift, that the enemy is on you like white on rice to ensure that you don't walk in, and fighting through that and letting that skill be owned and pulled forth and brought out of you, baby, that's a different type of, it's different. Because it ain't going to be no 1,000 likes behind you. It ain't going to be no whole bunch of hand claps and handshakes and, woos behind you. Ain't nobody going to be checking for you. Ain't nobody going to be worried about you because don't nobody want to have to hear what you got to say because you keep it too real. And that's cool. Like, it takes that to have true impact. Just imagine if people that have really made a difference, especially for the Black people in our community, think about if they never went against the grain. I'm talking about those ones that really kept them real. Kept it real. Like, what if Rosa never did what she did because she, I'm going to just do what I'm told to do. I'm going to do what everybody else is doing. Keeping it real means going against the grain. Keeping it real means standing against what everybody else has to say because the majority of people aren't keeping it real. And everybody's arguing amongst everybody being fake and dressing it up anyway about who the realest, about who the best, who gives, who cares. Because ain't none of y'all keeping it real. So it's like, don't be discouraged and having to stand against the grain. That's why you need the Father and the Creator. And I talk about them so much. And I know I'm always giving scripture. And I know I'm always saying, repent, talk to the Father, go to the Messiah. I know I'm always saying that, but it's because they're necessary. I don't do that just to Bible thump. I don't do that to judge nobody. I don't do that to make people feel bad about where they are. I do that because if you really knew, so many people think that they know me when y'all don't really know nothing. I've told y'all nothing thus far. Any moments that you've ever caught me in, and I'm talking about for the past, let's say 5 to 6 years of my life, and I done had a lot of public moments. YouTube is new. But there's some people over here from YouTube, on YouTube, because they knew how I used to be on Facebook. Okay? I used to say a lot. And I've never even scratched the surface about what I've really been through, about what I've really lived through. Like I haven't even gotten there yet because it's so much. I would drown y'all. Honestly, I get overwhelmed. Like, Father, how am I supposed to spit all this out to these people? Because, I got it for days. I got it for days and weeks and months on end because I've always been this. So I have 32 years worth of observing in this place. Praying and crying in this space, trying to understand not just myself, but what other people are going through too. It takes a real one to be real. It takes a real one to put yourself aside. to put how you feel aside, to think about other people, especially people that don't like you, that can't stand you. It take a real one to pray for your enemies. You don't know how. You can't bring yourself to, because we always trying to match energy on our own strength. We always trying to be better than who we don't like when we standing on our own strength. We don't know how to be nothing but what we dressing ourselves up to be, when we doing it on our own strength, which is why we need the Father, which is why we need the Son, because who cares when you have them? Who cares what it looks like? Because you know it's nasty. Like for me, I know as nasty as my truth is, people think they know the truth, but you don't know nothing about what I done been through and what I've done, because I haven't exposed it yet. It will be exposed. Whatever the Father tell me to share to help somebody else, it will be exposed. Because it's just, it is what it is. I'm going to be real and I'm going to put it out there so somebody else can heal from it. Period. Not because I enjoy putting my business on Front Street. Not because I'm attention seeking. Who needs attention? Especially who needs attention from people who don't even got their inside together. I'm not impressed. It takes a real one to be real. Somebody that's real is not impressed by anything other than keeping it real. You don't know how. So nothing that you say really moves me. I'm not impressed. Keep it real. Keep it honest with yourself. You can't keep it honest with yourself. You can't keep it honest with the people who live in the house with you. You can't keep it honest with the people that's cool with you. You can't keep it real. Yeah, don't do nothing for me. So it's like when you're that type of person, it separates you from most people. And it's lonely. And it's okay. You need the Father. You need the Messiah so that they can walk you through it, talk you through it, help you to use what's unique about you to reach others, because that's what it's about. Your talents, whatever is special about you, your talents, your skills, the way you dress yourself, the way you conduct yourself, whatever it is, and whatever way that your light shines, it's always to bring somebody to the kingdom. It's never to bring somebody to you and your ego. It's always to bring somebody to the kingdom. It's not about you and your ego. It's always to bring somebody to the kingdom. It's not about you and your ego. So because of that, you understand how important what you have to do is, and you also understand how small, because we're just one measly piece of a big old puzzle that's bigger than any of us could ever be. But at the same time, if that one piece is missing, something about the puzzle is going to be off. So you are important and you are vital, and what you give is needed. But don't think that you're bigger than the program, because nobody is bigger than the program. And it takes a real one to be able to be real and be humble enough to know that I'm not bigger than the program, but I'm also nothing to be played with either. And not because I'm me, but because of who's with me. Because of who I walk with. Because of who I talk with. Because of who's working on me. Because I could not have become what I'm becoming without them. I cannot, when I get on here and I do this, because y'all don't know nothing about what's going on, that's why I tend to connect with more people when I go live. Because you just jump in on the conversation. My channel, it looked like, girl, what is this girl doing? What's she talking about? She was doing her, she was scratching the scalps. And then, oh no, all of a sudden she done started talking about the Most High. I think she's talking about God, but I don't even know the name that she using. She be saying, I think she sound like she be saying some real stuff, but I don't really know. I'm confused. But I don't care about that. Because whoever needs to catch it is going to catch it when it needs to be caught. And whoever is invested, they're going to sit and they're going to listen. And if they listen, they're going to catch what they need to catch. Because it takes a real one to be real. You're not going to sit and listen to a conversation for too long that you don't relate to unless you're looking for it for some reason to be negative. Because people will study what they don't like. And they will sit there and they will watch all day long because they're looking for flaws and they're looking for imperfections and they're looking for things to talk about. Because they ain't got nothing else to do but hate on you. That some people do that. But most people ain't going to sit and listen to something they don't I don't understand what she's talking about. They're gonna go. I don't care about that. I care about, like, if I'm standing in a room full of 3,000 people and what I'm saying only hit one person, I care about that one person. Because, hey, come here, you. Because out of a room full of people, and nobody's light bulb come on but yours. You different, you special. Out of all of this, and it only hit you, you different, you special. Come here, I want to talk to you. That's me. Because when the Messiah was talking about the lost sheep, he didn't go after the 99. He didn't go after the many. He went after the one that could stand alone, that was out there, alone, the lost sheep. So he could bring the lost sheep home. Who knows what that lost sheep learned on the way home? I think about stuff like that. Like, I'm sure it went instant. I'm sure he didn't just go grab the lost sheep and it was like, boop, instantly back home, back within the fold. No, I'm sure it took a little time for them to get back to everybody else. And I'm sure in that time, that lost sheep was getting downloaded on a lot of stuff. Like, come here, baby, let me talk to you. I'm pretty sure. Because he went after the one. He cares so much about the one, about the individual. Not the movement. Not the many, not the masses, not what everybody's doing. He tells us to go by the narrow gate. And anybody that belongs to him, that's why I say your skills. Don't let the devil rob you of your skills. Because if you belong to the Father, you have God-given talents and skills that are not meant for you to use for the world so that you could be worldly and please the world, because they never pleased. Let's keep it real. The world is never pleased. Okay? Their attention span is about the width of a TikTok video. Okay? Run them real fast. Like, their attention span ain't long enough. They can't, the majority of the world can't keep it real because they can't sit still long enough to sit with themselves, to sit with that pain, to sit with that trauma for real, and even give it to the Father, and even give it to the Messiah so that they can be healed, because that's a long run. That takes real work behind the scenes. They can't sit down and have no conversation with you for an hour and take you down through there after a thing, after a thing, after a thing, because they don't got it in them. They always on to the next, because it's whatever's going to make me look good. It's whatever's going to dress it up. It's whatever's going to fix it real quick. I need this fast. I got to do this quick. That's what the world is on. It's very microwave. It's very toaster. Ain't nobody sitting in the oven on 350 slow cooking. Ain't nobody in the crock pot on one night. Nah, because we need it too fast. I need it to look good now. I need it to make money now. I need it to be successful now. I need to look like I got it together right now. It takes a real one to be real. And it's not easy. I love y'all. I'm really just venting at this point because I go through a lot of different changes with people feeling like they know stuff about me and don't know nothing about me. With people, and not just from, now that I'm like in the truth, I get a lot of judgment from a lot of places, and it's okay because it's just a part of my walk. But like, I get judgment from the church because I'm no longer a part of the church. I'm no longer a Christian. So no matter what I say that may resonate spiritually, a person might in that moment be like, yeah, I feel that or whatever. Yeah, that came from the Father, but they're always questioning, my spirit, my integrity, who I am, because I'm no longer a part of the church. And then for the truth, because when you come into the truth with the whole Hebraic awakening, if you know anything about that, it's a different level. And so there's different standards, and it comes, it's much more strict. Like, when you go to your strict grandma house versus your condo, like to have fun and hang out still grandma house. And it's like, you have fun at this one's house, but you really learn right from wrong at this one's house. But this one's, they like stuff a certain way. You can't come in there doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. And transitioning from, you got people on both sides looking at you crazy. That's why it takes the Father and it takes the Messiah, because that's who really rooting for you. Whatever it is that you're supposed to become, and like the nasty, ugly moments that are in between, because trust me, there's going to be some. You have however long you've been living that you have to be unpacked. All of the things that you done tried to cover up. That's why, like, the longer you take to surrender, the more you gonna have to go through as far as breaking through for real. Because now you've gathered and accumulated so much that you still gonna have to surrender. Like, one day you're gonna have to keep it real. One day you're gonna have to spill it out. So it's like, you better do it now while you can do it on your own before you messing up and not wake up tomorrow. Because it's a lot of people who go to sleep at night and think they're gonna wake up the next day and they don't. So it's like, we don't have time to play. I understand that. We don't have time to fool around. I understand that. We don't have time to dress it up. You think that it ain't stuff that I would like to do out here that I know I could 10 times out of 10 be good at? I know I could probably make it lucrative. I've had that type of an opportunity. I saw how it could take off. But I'm too real for the fake. I can't do it. Because I got stuff to do. And no matter how much I dress myself up, I cannot be what I need to be for these people that I'm trying to reach because they're going through real problems. And you can't talk what you ain't walked. Period. Like, you can talk all day long about what you are and what's so great about you. But a person that keep it real, they don't have to do all of that because that experience, you're going to feel it from their gut. When you listen to a person that's not actually lived what they talking, you can feel it from their gut because you can feel it in their spirit because they done lived it. They done walked it. You gotta walk it to be able to talk it. And if I go out here and pretend to be something that I'm not, I cannot sit down and tell you to keep it real with yourself, to keep it a buck with yourself, to surrender it to the Father through the Messiah so that he can clean you up. Because it don't matter where you've been. It don't matter how dirty you've been. It matters that you're willing to keep it real and surrender. You're going to have to one day. Anyway, do it while you can. Surrender while you can. Keep it real while you can. Because in a minute, you might not be able to. In a minute, you might be being woken up from your slumber with your whole everything replaying on you when you ain't in a position to clean it up before he gets there. So instead of picking at people, and instead of being envious of people that are humble enough, vulnerable enough, and strong enough to keep it real with yourself so that you can be a part of the crew, because we could use some help. I'm sure plenty of people out there that keep it real. If you keep it real, you're the lone wolf. And I'm pretty sure you would enjoy other people that you could keep it real with if they existed. I'm sure you would enjoy it. But it's hard. You can't really find nobody to keep it real. Oh, girl, I don't want everybody knowing my business. Oh, girl, let me clean my hair. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. I be ignoring the comment shop because I be having people struggle. But yeah, keep it real. It takes a real one to be real. What's for you is for you. So whatever your talent is, whatever your gift is, whatever's special about you, whatever the Father has placed in you to be, that another person cannot be, because that's the thing about our gifts. They can't be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look at how many singers are out there. There's so many singers out there, and sometimes they can even imitate well. Like, you can sound like a person. But at the end of the day, a person's voice is their voice. So it's like, there'll never be another Luther. There'll never be another Michael. There'll never be another, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear a distinct person's voice, that talent is their own. Even though it's a whole bunch of people that can sing. It's only one person that can sing this way. It's only one person that's going to have this sound. It's only one person that's going to be able to, nobody can ever duplicate completely a person. You can never be a complete carbon copy of it. Something's going to always be off because the Father made everybody unique. And see, if you can't keep it real with yourself, you can't keep it real with the fact that everybody got talents, including the people that you don't like. So instead of using your time to hate on the next person because they got something and you feel like they shouldn't have nothing because some way that makes you feel less about you, keep it real with yourself. Be humble with yourself and surrender the things that's going on with you to the Heavenly Father through the Son so that He can help you realize what's special about you, because when you realize what's special about you, you know that it's needed and that it can't be taken away. And you know that even if only one person needs it, then it matters. Like this live. I've been on the side for 35 minutes. Who knows how many people have looked at it? And it's got one like. It don't matter. Because if it only reaches one person, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you were created for such a special and specific reason that even your one little part to play, it matters. Like, so never make nobody make you feel like you small because they were able to do this and they were able to do that and you can't do this. And who gives a flying rat's? Who cares? Because is your inside cleaned up? Are you right with the Father, or are you out here pretending? Are you out here pretending? Is your mask falling? I'm sorry. You might want to fix your mask. I don't have to wear one. And you know, something that amazes me, I don't be wearing makeup no more. I don't be like, my hair been like this I don't know how long. And I need to take it down. But I've been too tired to take it down. And you know, when I go outside, somebody's always meddling me. And I'm like, dang, when I used to do my makeup every day and I used to put my eyebrows on and I used to have them $100 and $150 and $300 ass sorry, Father. Hundreds of dollars I'm spending on wigs, on bundles, on quick weave shorts. Like, what? I was spending crazy money on hair, on makeup, on clothes, on... And y'all, I would go outside and maybe one person would talk to me. Two people might would say something to me. And I thought I was just, you know what I'm saying? Now, I used to get more likes on social media back then when I used to dress like that. But like, I'm talking about outside in real life. Well, nobody talking to me. It's so crazy. And now when I go outside, somebody always stopping and talking to me. And I'll be like, dang. Sometimes I don't be wanting to talk, but I'll be like, yeah, you know. And I hear him out. How you doing? How your day going? Maybe something going on with them. You know, and I give a person 2-3 minutes to go ahead and tell me whatever it is they're going to tell me. Because maybe they're going through something. And me being there in that moment and I'm willing to listen to them. Okay, now I know where to pray for you. And I walk off and I pray for them. And you never know how that type of impacts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't about what you look like, bro. It ain't about what you got on the outside. It's about what's on the inside of you. People be drawn to my light. That's on the inside of me. People be drawn to what's going on the inside of me. They don't be drawn to the outside of me. They probably be like, girl, this girl look crazy. But it's something about her. I'm finna say something to her. Like, it's so weird. When stuff like that happens, you just realize how silly it is to be trying to dress up and be counterfeit when you ain't even dealing with your inside. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with looking nice. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with doing something to yourself. But at the same time, if you do it all the time and you think that that's something, you vain. And vanity is going to keep you from the Heavenly Father because He don't like it. That was one of Satan's problems. He was very vain. He was very ego. He was very, it should be about me. I should get the attention. It should be me. He was very much so that. And the Father don't like that. It's not appealing to Him. And all I'm trying to be is appealing to Him. Loved, wanted by Him. I want Him proud of me. It's like when you walking like that. When you walking like that, there's a different walk. And it takes a real one to be real. You can't please the Father without being real. You know, that was the Father's problem. Which is why I like reading the Bible. And I'm going to leave y'all on this part. I go back and I relate everything to Scripture. And I go back and I relate everything to the Most High. And I go back and I relate everything to the Messiah because it's all relevant and all applies. If you read the Bible, even back in the Old Testament, okay, the Most High had a problem with pretending. He had a problem with them coming in and they giving their alms and they coming in and they lighting the incense and they praying in the holy place and they doing this, but then they like, okay, We done did this for Shabbat. Is Shabbat almost over? Because I'm trying to go make some bread. Like, you know, like, okay, cool. I came, I did my absence. Like, can I, cause, you know, so I'm trying to, okay. Like, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna say my arms, I'm gonna get the Most High his respect, and then I'm finna go play with this golden calf over here, because I got a couple of homies that light a bonfire, and we gonna go hang out. Like, their heart wasn't right. Their heart wasn't in it. Like, they was just playing church. They go to church every Sunday. They do what they supposed to do, read scripture. They say grace over their food, but their heart not in it. They never worshiped in spirit and in truth. He wants in spirit and in truth. In truth means keep it real. Keep it a book. It's not even sometimes what you've done that will keep you from the Father. It's your unwillingness to be real about it. It's your unwillingness to come to him in truth. And if you can't come to him in truth, you're going to forever try to hide your shame because you don't want nobody seeing what's real about you. That's the whole reason why Adam and them hid themselves in the garden, because all of a sudden they could see the real and they was like, oh no. But the Father already seen the real anyway. He already knew. Who told you you was, oh, so you found that out. How'd you learn that? Because he been knew. So you might as well just come to him. Why you think he was walking in the garden and he was like, Adam, where you at, my boy? He knew what he had done. He wasn't shocked. Where you at? What you doing? Hiding. I know, but why? Fess up. Tell me the truth. What's going on? That's all he wants from us. And it takes a real one to be real. If you have the blessing of being real, if you have the blessing of keeping it a buck with yourself, be grateful for that. And give thanks to the Most High for him allowing you to be a person that can go against the grain, because 98% of people, I'm going to say, can't keep it real with themselves. Well, they got the Father and not. They still, you know, it's so many of them that go in there and, like I said, they play church. And they say all the right stuff, but on the inside, behind closed doors, you know? So, it takes a real one to be real. What's for you is for you. Whatever your gift is, it serves the kingdom. And so it's important, whether it's your writing, whether it's your voice, whether it's however he uses you. It's special, it's unique, and it's yours. You need him. You need the Messiah. What's yours is yours. It's for you. Don't let this world that's run by the evil forces that it's run by train you of what's yours. You know how they say it costs nothing to be real? That's a lie. It costs a lot. But it's worth the ticket. I'll see y'all. I'll holla.